Okay, today I will discuss about the renewable energy or non-conventional energy resources overview and the allocations and overview of the energy renewable energy location in India. So first of all, renewable energy that is generated from natural resources which are replenished such as wind, wave, solar, biomass and tidal power. जो रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी है उसका जो नेचुरल सोर्स है मीन्स वी डोंट use any material, we don't transfer from one place to another place, so it is a natural process such as the wind. जैसे कि wind है, that is the human nature, that the availability of the wind, that the waves, when the waves moves then it moves the blades, solar, that the sun energy, biomass, that certainly we obtain some wastage from the industrial area, from the houses, from the scraps, that is called as the biomass, and the tidal power means the tides comes in the ocean. So here that the renewable energy that is generated from the natural sources. Now government and companies around the world are investing heavily in the developing technology to harness the power of clean renewable energy sources. So the first important consideration is that it is the nature friendly and no harmful gases that obtained from the non-conventional energy resources. Beside this, from the conventional energy resources there are various emissions such as nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide and waste gases, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide. They are harmful to the human body. So first of all, a very important feature for the renewable energy sources, that is less harmful and it is clean. Now most of the power generation in India is carried out by conventional energy sources. It is from the starting of the electricity, the first phase is the conventional energy sources. It is totally based upon the fossil fuel such as coal, oil and gas. By the consumptions, that a very huge amount of consumptions of oil, gas and natural gases, so after some years it may be notified that this is a limited amount, so one day that the coal amount will be very reduced, so there are some must be alternative for the electricity generation, because the economy is overall depend upon the generation of the electricity, because we totally depend upon the nowadays that without electricity we cannot use the computer, we cannot survive to our media, our railways. So mostly that the electricity requirement is more required instead of in earlier days. Now renewable energy sources consist of solar, hydro, wind, geothermal, ocean and biomass. So these are the mainly renewable energy sources. Some research areas has to be done in the field of conventional energy sources, but our main work for the renewable energy sources such as solar, hydro, wind, geothermal, ocean and biomass. The most common advantage of each is that they are renewable and cannot be depleted. सबसे ज़्यादा जो इसका इम्पोर्टेंट है दैट रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी को हम ऐसा नहीं है कि यूज़ करने के बाद उसको हम फिर से नहीं इस्तेमाल करेंगे. सन से है वो एनर्जी हमें हमेशा मिलेगी. दे आर वेरी क्लीन एज दे डोंट पॉल्यूट द एयर. उससे जो हमें एनर्जी मिलती है वो एयर को पॉल्यूट नहीं करती है एंड दे डोंट कंट्रीब्यूट टू ग्लोबल वार्मिंग इफेक्ट. इन्वायरमेंट में ग्लोबल वार्मिंग का जो इफ़ेक्ट होता है उससे ह्यूमन बीइंग के अंदर बहुत सारी जो है डिजीज़ डेवलप होती हैं. तो अगर हमें इन्वायरमेंट को फ्रेश रखना है, हेल्दी रखना है, तो हमें ग्लोबल वार्मिंग को रोकना होगा. तो अगर पॉल्यूटेड एयर बाय द इंडस्ट्री, बाय द जनरेशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी अगर एयर में आती रहेगी तो देयर आर वेरी हार्मफुल गैसेस ड्यू टू द global warming effect. So it reduce vary by the non-conventional energy resources. Since their sources are natural, the cost of operation is reduced and they also require less maintenance on their plants. Now one by one we discuss about the different phases of the renewable energy sources. Renewable energy is energy generated from natural sources. जो renewable energy है वो हमें natural sources से मिलती है, such as sunlight, wind, rain, tides and geothermal heat. Renewable energy that is obtained from the wind, rain, tides and geothermal, which are renewable naturally replenished. Renewable energy technology ranges from solar power, wind power, hydroelectric power, biomass and biofuel for transportation. Now the solar energy makes use of sun energy. It is advantage because the system can fit into existing buildings and it does not affect land use. But since the area of the collect is large, more material are required. Solar radiation is also controlled by geography and it limited to dynamite hours and now cloud days. Solar convert sunlight direct into electricity. Solar are often used to power calculator and watches. They are made of semiconductor material to those used in computer chips. When sunlight is absorbed by this material, the solar energy knock electrons loose from their atoms, allowing the electrons to flow the material to produce electricity. This process of converting light to electricity is called the photovoltaic effect. Already we discussed in the earlier videos that the photoelectric effect, that the sun energy is converted into the electrical energy. Now come to the wind energy. Wind energy use the wind kinetic energy to generate electricity, energy that can be used in home and businesses. Individual wind turbine can be used to generate electricity on a small scale. To power a single home, for example, a large number of wind turbines grouped together, sometimes known as a wind farm or wind park, can generate electricity on a much larger scale. A wind turbine works like high-tech version of an oil fields mill. विंड से जो हमें एनर्जी ऑब्टेन होती है वो वेव्स के मूवमेंट की वजह से होती है. जितनी ज़्यादा वेव मूवमेंट्स या उसकी वेलोसिटी ज़्यादा होगी उतनी ज़्यादा विंड्स की जो ब्लेड हैं टरबाइंस रोटेट कराएंगी, क्योंकि हाई इंटेंसिटी से जब विंड ब्लेड्स पे आएंगी, ब्लेड मूव करेगी, ब्लेड से कनेक्ट जो है वो नेकल्स हैं. नेकल्स जो हैं इट इज़ ए सेट ऑफ अरेंजमेंट दैट कंसिस्ट ऑफ जनरेटर, गियर बॉक्स एंड attachment of shaft. So we know that from the wind there are velocity obtained by the windmill is not so much appropriate in a proportional manner. So when the quality of the air will be good, the more value of the wind is to be obtained, and when the velocity of the wave will low, then we obtained the lesser velocity. So the role of the knuckle is to set it is a set of arrangement of series that maintains the velocity of the wind. So a wind turbine works like a high-tech version of an old-fashioned windmill. The wind blows on the angle blade of the rotor, causing it to spin, converting some of the kinetic energy into mechanical energy. Sensors in the turbine direct how strongly the wind is blowing and from which direction. The rotor automatically turns to face the wind and automatically brakes in dangerously high wind to protect the turbine from damage. Hydroelectrical energy uses water to produce power. This is the most reliable of all the renewable energy sources. On the downside, it affects ecology and cause downstream problems. The decay of the vegetation along the reverbed can cause the buildup of methane. Methane is contributing gas to greenhouse effect. Dams can also alter the natural river flow and affect wildlife. Colder, oxygen poor water can be released into the river, killer fish. बेसिकली हाइड्रोइलेक्ट्रिक एनर्जी से हम जो पावर ऑब्टेन करते हैं, इट इज़ ए मोस्ट रिलायबल ऑफ ऑल द रीन्यूएबल एनर्जी सोर्सेज. ऑन द डाउन साइड इट इफेक्ट्स इकोलॉजी एंड कॉज डाउनस्ट्रीम problems. The decay of vegetations along the river can cause the buildup of methane. Methane is a contributing gas to greenhouse effect. Now, geothermal energy. It is the heat from the earth. It is clean and sustainable. Resources of geothermal energy range from the shallow ground to hot water and hot rock found a few miles beneath the earth's surface, and down even deeper to the extremely high temperature of molten rock called magma. Almost every year, the shallow ground or upper 10 feet of the earth surface maintains a nearly constant temperature between 15 degree and 16 degree Fahrenheit. Geothermal heat pumps can tap into this source to heat and cool buildings. A geothermal heat pump consists of a heat pump, an air delivery system, and a heat exchanger, a system of pipes buried in the shallow ground near the building. In the winter, the heat pump removes heat from the heat exchanger and pump it into the indoor air delivery system. In the summer, the process is reversed and the heat pump moves heat from the indoor air into the heat exchanger. The heat removed from the indoor air during the summer can also be used to provide a free source of hot water. Basically, already we discussed about the geothermal energy, that the energy extracted from the earth. In the earth, there are volcanoes and the magma solid rocks is to be there. By the heat of the magma and volcanoes, that the surrounding water is heated up to the temperature of 100 degrees centigrade. By temperature of 100 degrees centigrade causing the steam generation, and that steam is used by injection of the pipeline, and we obtain that steam. That steam is used in the buildings by heating the water, or with the help of the heat exchanger we circulate into the pipe tubes. So this is the geothermal energy, that the energy obtained from the earth surface. Now, biomass. Biomass electricity is produced through the energies from wood, agriculture and municipal waste. The energy from the wood, agriculture and municipal waste that comes from the biomass. It helps save on landfill waste, but transportation can be expensive and ecological diversity of land may be affected. In addition, its process need to be made simpler. The use of biomass energy has the potential to greatly reduce our greenhouse gases emissions. Biomass generates about the same amount of carbon dioxide and fossil fuels, but every time a new plant grows, carbon dioxide is actually removed from the atmosphere. The net emission of the carbon dioxide will be zero as long as plant continue to be replenished for biomass energy purpose. Basically, that the biomass electricity produced by the wood, agriculture and industrial waste. It helps save on landfill waste, but transportation can be expensive. This process is very simpler. The use of biomass energy, that the potential to greatly reduce our greenhouse emissions. Renewable energy in India. Hello, good afternoon ma'am. जी जी. नहीं पहले अपनी प्रोजेक्ट को था Now, renewable energy in India comes under the purview of the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. In all over the world, India has only a set of Ministry of Non-Renewable Energy system. So, the first Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, इसको हम MNRE बोलते हैं. In the India, the ministry was established as the Ministry of Non-Conventional Energy Sources in 1992. It adopted its current time. Now, classification of energy: primary and secondary energy, commercial and non-commercial energy, renewable and non-renewable energy. There are three types of energy. One is primary and secondary energy, second one is commercial and non-commercial, and third one is the renewable and non-renewable energy. Primary and secondary energy that the either found or stored in nature. The common source are coal, oil, natural gas and biomass. Other primary energy sources available include nuclear energy from radioactive substances, the thermal energy stored in Earth's interior, and potential energy due to Earth's gravity. The major primary and secondary energy source are shown as in the figure. This is the figure by which we obtain the electricity. There are various conventional energy source and non-conventional energy source: coal, nuclear, natural gas and पेट्रोलियम. कोल ओपन और डीप माइंस में जाता है, वहाँ उसकी हम प्रिपरेशन करते हैं, उसको पाउडर फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करते हैं, फिर उसका प्यूरिफिकेशन करते हैं कोल का, देन उस पाउडर फॉर्म को हम बर्न करते हैं. जैसे ही कोल बर्न होता है, अंदर बॉयलर में वाटर स्टोर रहता है, वाटर हीट होता है, उससे हमें स्टीम ऑब्टेंड होती है. दैट थर्मल एनर्जी दैट इज़ कन्वर्टेड इनटू द इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी. नाउ हाइड्रो एनर्जी से हम कैसे पावर स्टेशन के थ्रू इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट करते हैं. वाटर की जो एनर्जी है उसको हम डैम के थ्रू नीचे हाई हेड से लो लेवल हेड की ओर ट्रांसफ़र कराते हैं, जिसके थ्रू हमें इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ऑब्टेंड होती है. नाउ न्यूक्लियर एनर्जी, माइनिंग में इनरिचमेंट के थ्रू पावर स्टेशन से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट होती है. नेचुरल गैस वेल से जाके ट्रीटमेंट होता है प्रोसेस, देन पावर स्टेशन के थ्रू इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट होती है. एंड बाई पेट्रोलियम, ऑयल को हम वेल में इकट्ठा करते हैं, फिर क्रैकिंग एंड रिफाइनिंग करते हैं ऑयल की, बिकॉज देर आर सो मच इम्प्योरिटीज़, एंड देन पावर स्टेशन में जाके इसकी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बनती है. क्रैकिंग एंड रिफाइनिंग करते हैं तो उस टाइम हमको एलपीजी भी मिलती है, पेट्रोल भी मिलता है, डीजल और फॉसिल फ्यूल भी मिलता है, फ्यूल ऑयल्स मिलता है एंड पेट्रोकेमिकल मिलता है. नाउ प्राइमरी एंड सेकेंडरी एनर्जी. Primary energy sources are mostly converted in industrial utilities into secondary energy source. For example, coal, oil or gas converted into steam and electricity. Primary energy can also be used directly. Some energy sources have non-energy uses. For example, coal or natural gas can be used as a feedstock in fertilizer plant. Now, commercial and non-commercial energy. In commercial energy, the energy sources that are available in the market for a definite price are known as commercial energy. By far, the most important form of commercial energy are electricity, non-commercial energy, the energy sources that are not available in the commercial market for a price, जिसको हम प्राइस से नहीं खरीद पाएंगे, जैसे कि विंड है, हमें ईजिली अवेलेबल है, उसे हम रॉ मटेरियल की तरह हमको उसे यूज़ नहीं करना है, दैट इज़ क्लासिफाइड फॉर द नॉन कन्वेंशनल एनर्जी. Non-commercial energy resources includes fuel such as firewood, cattle dung and agriculture waste, which are traditionally gathered and not bought at a price, used especially in rural households. These are also called traditional fuels. Non-commercial energy is often ignored in energy accounting. Firewood, agro waste in rural areas, solar energy for water heating, electricity generation for drying grain, fish and fruits, animal power for transport, threshing, lifting, water for irrigation, crushing, sugarcane, wind energy for lifting water, and electricity generation. Renewable energy. This is the figure of the renewable energy. This is the figure of non-renewable energy. In the renewable energy the fuel of fuel. हेलो, कह रहे हैं एक व्हाट्सएप किया है, सिविल वालों ने बनाया है, उसको समरी भेजना है कि कितने बच्चे एलिजिबल हैं. तो जो फीस दिए हैं वही एलिजिबल हैं, बाकी जो नहीं दिए हैं, अभी मधु मैम अपडेट लिस्ट भेज रही होंगी थोड़ी देर में, तो उसका रिमूव करके रजिस्ट्रेशन वाले लिस्ट से उठा के उसको सेकेंड ईयर, थर्ड ईयर, फाइनल ईयर का भेजना है बीजीआई ग्रुप में. ठीक. नाउ रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी, दैट हाइड्रो पावर एनर्जी, solar energy the fuel of life, energy from the leaf, and wind energy. These are the main energy from the renewable energy. Non-renewable energy, fossil fuels, oil, coals, that energy from burning of the coal, natural gas and nuclear energy. This is the renewable and non-renewable energy. In the figure we can see that the mainly renewable energy sources solar, hydro, geothermal, wind, बायोमास, इसमें एक दो आपका और आएगा, मैग्नेटो हाइड्रोडायनेमिक्स भी आएगा, एंड ओशियन थर्मल एनर्जी भी आएगा, टाइडल एनर्जी भी आएगा. नॉन रिन्यूएबल में मेनली कोल है, नेचुरल गैस है एंड ऑयल है. नाउ renewable and non-renewable energy. Renewable energy is energy obtained from source that are essentially and inexhaustible. Example of renewable resources including wind power, solar power, geothermal energy, tidal power and hydroelectric power. The most important feature of renewable energy is that it can be harnessed without the release of harmful pollutants. Non-renewable energy is the conventional fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and gases that are likely to be depleted with time. Now, energy scenario. Mainly in the video we discuss about the energy scenario of non-conventional energy resources in India. So this is the energy consumption in India is the fourth biggest after China, USA and Russia. जितने भी डेवलप्ड नेशन है वहाँ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का कंजम्पशन ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा अमाउंट में होगा क्योंकि वही उसका स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन है. द कंजप्शन ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी दैट इंडिकेट्स दैट द economic growth and the overall position of the nation. So in India it is comes at number 4th after the China, USA and Russia. The total primary energy consumptions from crude oil 29.45%, natural gas 7.7%, कोल से 54.5%, न्यूक्लियर एनर्जी से 1.2%, हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी से 5%, विंड पावर, बायोमास इलेक्ट्रिसिटी एंड सोलर पावर इज़ 595 MTOE in the year 2013. It means that 13 to 16% of the consumptions of the electricity that are based off the renewable energy resources. In the year 2013, India nets imports are nearly 114.3 million tons of crude oil, 16 metric ton of LNG and 95 MTOE coal, totaling to 25.3 megaton of primary energy, which is equal to 42.9% of total primary energy consumptions. About 70% of India electricity generation capacity is from fossil fuels, with coal accounting for 40% of India total energy consumption, followed by crude oil and natural gas at 28% and 6% respectively. India is largest dependent on fossil fuels, important to meet its energy demands by 2030. India dependence on energy impact is expected to exceed 53% of the country total energy consumptions. In 2009 and 10, the country imported 159.26 billion tons of crude oil, which amounts of 80% of its domestic crude oil consumption and 31% of the country total imports are oil imports. So this is the sector wise energy consumptions. इंडस्ट्री की 49% है, ट्रांसपोर्ट की 22 है, रेजिडेंशियल की 10 है, एग्रीकल्चर की 5 है और अदर्स की 14 है. तो सबसे ज़्यादा जो सेक्टर वाइज एनर्जी कंजम्पशंस होता है वो हमारा इंडस्ट्री में ही होता है, दैट इज़ द 49%. देन ट्रांसपोर्ट में होता है एंड रेजिडेंशियल में हमारा 10% जो है वो एनर्जी का कंजम्पशंस होता है. Now electricity power generation. The electricity sector in India had an installed capacity of 254 gigawatt as of the end of September 2015. September 2014 का ये डाटा है जहाँ पे हम देखते हैं कि इतना इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट हो रही है. इंडिया बिकम द वर्ल्ड थर्ड लार्जेस्ट प्रोडक्शन ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इन द ईयर 2015 विथ 4.2% ग्लोबल शेयर इन द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेशन, सरपैसिंग जापान एंड रशिया. जापान और रशिया के बाद इंडिया जो है वो सबसे ज़्यादा इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेशन वाली कंट्री हुआ. इंडिया जनरेटेड अराउंड 96 gigawatt hour, 967,150.3 gigawatt hour of electricity excluding electricity generated from renewable and capital. ये जो था वो सिर्फ कन्वेंशनल एनर्जी का डाटा है, इसमें नॉन कन्वेंशनल एनर्जी का सोर्स नहीं है. सो दिस इज़ द मेन पावर जनरेशन इन इंडिया, कोल 59.51%। सबसे ज़्यादा जो इंडिया में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी मिलती है वो हमारी कोल से मिलती है। नाउ हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी से 16.33 इलेक्ट्रिसिटी मिलती है। रीन्यूएबल एनर्जी से 12.7 मिलती है। नेचुरल गैस से 9.06 मिलती है। न्यूक्लियर से 1.92 मिलती है परसेंटेज। ऑयल से 0.48% मिलती है। टोटल जो 100% हमारी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है अगर माने तो परसेंटेज वाइज शेयर इनटू दिस वे। सो टोटल इंस्टॉल्ड पावर जनरेशन कैपेसिटी जून 2014 का ये डाटा है। नाउ सेक्टर वाइज ऑल इंडिया इंस्टॉल्ड कैपेसिटी, there are three sector in which electricity energy is generated. Sector wise power generation, state sector 37.49%, central sector 27.38% and private sector 31.512। जो सेक्टर वाइज कंट्रीब्यूशन है इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेशन का वो तीन पार्ट में है, स्टेट के, सेंट्रल के और प्राइवेट के। तो सबसे ज़्यादा अगर हम देखें तो स्टेट से 37, सेंट्रल को सबको देना है इसलिए उसका 27% है, एंड प्राइवेट कंपनी दैट जनरेट द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी। नाउ रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी सिनारियो इन इंडिया। Renewable energy in India comes under the purview of Ministry of Non-Renewable Energy. Ministry of Non-Renewable Energy or MNRE is a ministry of Government of India. The ministry was established as the Ministry of Non-Conventional Energy Resources in 1992. It adopts its current name in October 2016. According to MNRE survey, Gujarat contributes 39% in total installed capacity, which is 2208 megawatt. Second place consists Rajasthan by giving 666 megawatt, which is 30% of total installed capacity. Takes 8th position in the list according to the MNRE with 17.4 megawatt installed capacity, which is only 0.8% of total installation. Now wind से परसेंटेज 67, स्मॉल हाइड्रो से 13, बायोमास से पावर जो मिल रही है वो 4, सोलर पावर से मिल रही है 8.5 एंड बैक गैस को जनरेशन से मिल रही है दैट इज 7.5। नाउ solar energy. The solar energy is a radiant light and heat from the sun harnessed using a range of ever evolving technologies such as solar heating, solar photovoltaics, solar thermal energy, solar architecture and artificial photosynthesis. It is an important source of renewable energy and its technology are broadly characterized as either passive solar or active solar depending on the way they capture and distribute solar energy or convert it into solar power. Active solar techniques includes the use of photovoltaic system, concentrated solar power and solar water heating to harness the energy. Passive solar techniques including orienting a building to the sun, selecting material with favorable thermal mass or light dispersing properties and designing space the naturally circulating air. Energy from the sun. The earth receives 174 petawatts of incoming solar radiation at the upper atmosphere. Approximately 30% is reflected back to space, while the rest is absorbed by clouds, ocean, and land masses. The spectrum of solar light at the Earth's surface is mostly spread across the visible and near infrared range, with a small part in the near ultraviolet. Earth's land surface, ocean, and atmosphere absorb solar radiation, and this raises their temperature. Warm air containing evaporated water from the ocean rises, causing atmosphere circulation or convection. When the air reaches a high altitude where the temperature is low, water vapor condenses into clouds which rains onto the earth's surface, completing the water cycle. The latent heat of water condensed on amplifies convection, producing at atmosphere phenomena such as wind, cyclone, and anticyclone. Sunlight absorbed by the ocean and land masses keep the surface at an average temperature of 14 degrees centigrade. By photosynthesis, green plants convert solar energy into chemical energy, which produce food, wood, and biomass from which fossil fuels are derived. Solar photovoltaic power system. Photovoltaic system make use of the photovoltaic effect. Photo means light and voltaic means electricity. The basic process discovered by Edmond Becquerel, a French physician. It's 1839. He discovered the photovoltaic effect while experimenting with an electrolytic cell made up of two metal electrodes, finding the certain material would produce a small amount of electricity current when exposed to light. जो फोटोवोल्टिक इफ़ेक्ट है, इसका मेन काम क्या है, वो लाइट को करंट में कन्वर्ट करना, क्योंकि फोटोवोल्टिक मतलब फोटो मीन्स फोटोन या फोटो लाइट एंड वोल्टिक वोल्टेज दैट इज़ करंट, तो लाइट को करंट में कन्वर्ट करता है. द बेसिक प्रोसेस जो है वो फ्रेंच साइंटिस्ट है, 1839 में इन्होंने डिस्कवर किया था फोटोवोल्टिक एक्सपेरिमेंट विद द इलेक्ट्रोलिटिक सेल मेड अप ऑफ टू मेटल इलेक्ट्रोड, finding that certain materials would produce a small amount of electric current when exposed to light. The sunlight is composed of photons or packets of the energy. These photons have various amount of energy corresponding to different wavelength of light. When photons strike a PV cell, then may be reflected or absorbed, or they may pass right through the surface, causing the heat only. When a photon is absorbed, the energy of the photon is transferred to an electron in an atom of the cell, a semiconductor based material such as silicon. With its wave found energy, the electron is able to escape from its normal position associated with that atom to become a part of the current in an electric current. By leaving this position, the electron leaves a hole behind. While the electron is negatively charged, the hole is recognized as a positive charger carrier and contributes to current. The PV cell has built an electric field, providing the voltage needed to drive the current through an external load such as light bulb. Depending upon the functional and operational requirement of the system, the specific component required may include major components such as DC, AC power inverter, battery bank system, and battery controller. Auxiliary energy sources, and sometimes is called specified electric load. Figure shows a basic diagram of a photovoltaic system and the relationship of the individual components. This is the figure how the photovoltaic system work and the relationship of the individual components. सन है, एनर्जी जो है वो प्लेट पे आएगी. अब एनर्जी इन्वर्जन एंड कंडीशनिंग, एनर्जी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, एनर्जी यूज एंड इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. मेन जो है फोटोवोल्टिक सेल जो है वो क्या काम करता है, जो सन की एनर्जी को इलेक्ट्रिसिटी में कन्वर्ट करता है. तो एनर्जी को स्टोर करता है, एनर्जी को रिफ्लेक्ट करता है और एनर्जी को एब्जॉर्ब करता है. So that energy inversion and conditioning system, that the main material that are used into the photovoltaic cell, that is the silicon material. Now solar power in India. With about 300 clear sunny days in a year, इंडिया में जनरली अगर एवरेज देखा जाए तो 300 जो होता है वो सनी डेज होता है. सनी डेज इन ए ईयर. इंडिया theoretical solar power receptions on only its land area is about 5000 petawatt hour per year. It means that 5000 trillion kilowatt hour per year are about 6 lakh gigawatt. The daily average solar energy incident over India varies from 4 to 7 kilowatt hour per meter square, with about 1500 to 2000 sunshine hours per year, depending upon the location, which is far more than the current total energy consumption. For example, assuming the efficiency of PV modules were as low as 10%, this would still be 1000 times greater than the domestic electrical energy demand for 2015. The amount of solar energy produced in India 2007 was less than 1% of the total energy demand. The grid connected solar power as of December 2010 was merely 10 megawatt. Government funded solar energy in India only accounted for approximately 6.4 megawatt year of power as of 2007. Was less than 1% of the total energy demand. The grid connected solar power as a demand 2010 was merely 10 megawatt. Government funded solar energy in India only accounted for approximately 6.4 megawatt. However, India is ranked number 1 in terms of solar energy production per watt installed, with an insolation of 1700 to 1900 kilowatt hour per kilowatt. 25.1 megawatt was added in 2010 and 468.3 megawatt in 2011 by January 2014. Now, installed grid connected solar power has increased to 2208.36 megawatt, and India expected to install an additional 10,000 megawatt by 2017 and a total of 20,000 megawatt by 2022. State-wise solar installed capacity is shown in figure regarding to this way. In the figure, that different state-wise percentage installed capacity in megawatt that is shown in the figure. सबसे ज़्यादा जो है वो मेगावाट में गुजरात में जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है उसका जनरेशन हो रहा है. राजस्थान में 738 किलोवाट, राजस्थान में 738, मध्य प्रदेश में 355, मध्य प्रदेश में इस तरीके से परसेंटेज वाइज हम देख सकते हैं इंस्टॉल्ड कैपेसिटी में। हरियाणा में 12.8 है। तो ये भी डिपेंड करता है कि इंडस्ट्री कितनी है उस स्टेट में, उस स्टेट की पॉपुलेशन कितनी है। जैसे कि अगर हम लोग बात करें उत्तर प्रदेश की और हम बात करते हैं हरियाणा की, उत्तर प्रदेश में सबसे ज़्यादा अगर हम एरिया वाइज देखें, मध्य प्रदेश और उत्तर प्रदेश का एरिया है और उसमें पॉपुलेशन भी सबसे ज़्यादा है। तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग हमारा जो इंस्टॉल कैपेसिटी है वो 29 है। लेकिन इंस्टेड ऑफ गुजरात में देखें तो दैट इज़ 919 है। सोलर कैपेसिटी इन स्टेट। नाउ विंड एनर्जी। Wind power or wind energy is the energy extracted from wind using wind turbines to produce electricity power. Windmills for mechanical power, wind pumps for water pumping are sails to propel ships. Large and farms consist of hundreds of individually wind turbines. Windmills for mechanical power, wind pumps for water pumping. The mechanical power can be used for specific tasks such as grinding grain or pumping water, or can be converted into electricity. By a generator, energy of wind can be economically used to generate electricity. Wind can also be used to provide mechanical power such as for water pumping. In India, generally wind speed obtained are in the lower ranges, therefore attempts are on the developed of low cost, low speed mills for irrigation of small and marginal farms for providing drinking water in rural areas. The developments are being mainly concentrated on water pumping windmill suitable for operation in a wind speed range of 8 to 36 km per hour. In India, high wave wind speeds are obtained in coastal areas of Saurashtra, western Rajasthan and some part of central India. बेसिकली जो विंड एनर्जी है वो हमें ऐसी प्लेस पे मिलेगी जहाँ पे विंड की क्वालिटी जो है वो बेहतर होगी। हाँ हेलो। हाँ हाँ 27। देखिए फाइनल ईयर में तो 27 को हटा ही देना है, ठीक है, उसमें तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। मेन सेकेंड ईयर थर्ड ईयर का है। अब सेकेंड ईयर थर्ड ईयर का जिसका 10-12 हज़ार रुपया दिख रहा होगा उसी को बस हाईलाइट करना, मतलब उसको नहीं हाईलाइट करना है, ये मान के चलना है कि उसकी 3/4 फीस जो है वो सबमिट हो चुकी है। हाँ 10,000 मैक्सिमम 12,000 तक के अंदर वालों को हाईलाइट मत करिएगा, जिसकी 12 के ऊपर होगी उसको हाईलाइट कर दीजिएगा। हाँ जो एलिजिबल हैं उनकी लिस्ट भेजना है। हाँ सिविल वाले भी बनाए हैं, देख लीजिएगा उसको दिए कर। हाँ हाँ फाइनल ईयर को तो 2700 को रोकना है, ठीक। Types of wind turbine. Wind turbines are broadly classified into two categories. When the axis of rotation parallel to the air stream, the turbine is said to be horizontal axis wind turbine. According to the availability, wind turbine are two types. One is the horizontal axis wind turbine, another one is the vertical axis wind turbine. When it is perpendicular to the air stream, it is said to be a vertical axis wind turbine. Horizontal axis wind turbine. Horizontal axis wind turbine have the main rotor shaft and electrical generator at the top of a tower and may be pointed into or out of the wind. Small turbines are pointed by a simple wind vane, while large turbines generally use as a wind sensor coupled with a servo motor. Most have a gearbox which turns the slow rotation of the blades into a quick rotation that is more suitable to drive an electrical generator. The basic parts of a horizontal axis wind turbine are foundation, tower, nacelle, generator, rotor, blades as shown in figure. So this is the schematic diagram of the wind energy by which we can obtain how the wind electricity is obtained by the wind power. So here the series of set of blades, nacelle where the turbine housing, now tower, and next is the foundation. Vertical axis wind turbine. Vertical axis wind turbines have the main rotor shaft arranged vertically. One advantage of this arrangement is that the turbine does not need to be pointed into the wind to be effective, which is an advantage on a site where the wind direction is highly variable. It is also an advantage when the turbine is integrated into a building because it is inherently less than steerable. The basic parts of a vertical axis turbine are shown as in the figure. In the figure, this is the vertical axis wind turbine. How the wind power vertical axis turbine, one is generator, then gearbox, then this one is the upper hub, guy wire, rotor, blade. Wind power in India. The development of wind in India began in the 1990s and has significantly increased in the last few years, although a relative newcomer to the wind industry compared with Denmark are used in United States. India has the fifth largest installed wind power capacity in the world. In 2009 and 10, India's growth rate was highest among the other top 4 countries. Wind power accounts of 6% of India. Wind power accounts for 6% of India total installed power capacity, and it generates 1.6% of the country power. In its 2012 5-year plan 2012 to 2016, the Indian government has a set of target of adding 18.5 gigawatt of renewable energy resources to the generation mix, out of which 11 gigawatt is wind energy. There is a growing number of wind energy installation in state across India. As of 31st March 2014, the installed capacity of wind power in India was 2126 wind energy generation in states across India, now shown in table. Now state: Tamil Nadu 7253, Gujarat 3414, Maharashtra 2976, Rajasthan 2820, Karnataka 2409, Andhra Pradesh 753, Madhya Pradesh 439, and Kerala 55. These are the capacity. state level wind power. Now, tidal energy. The tides in the sea are the result of the universal gravitational effect of heavenly bodies like sun, moon on the earth. Due to the fluidity of the water mass, the effect of this force becomes apparent in the motion of water. It shows a periodic rise and fall in leaves. It is in synthesis with the daily cycle of rising and setting of sun and moon. The periodic rise and fall of the water level of sea is called tide. These tides can be used to produce electrical energy. It is called tidal energy. When the tower is above the mean sea level, it is called flood tide. When the level is below, then the mean sea level is called ebb tide. To harness the tide, a dam is built across the mouth of the bay. It will have large gates in it. It has low head hydraulically reversible turbines. A tidal basin is formed. It gets separated from the sea by the dam. The difference in water level is obtained between the basin and sea by using reversible water turbines. Turbines can be run continuously both during high tide and low tide. The turbine is coupled to generator. Potential energy of the water is stored in the basin as well as energy during high tides used to drive the turbine. It is coupled to generate electrical energy. बेसिकली टाइड्स जो होता है वो पूरे इंटरवल में एक स्पेसिफिक टाइम पे ही आता है. एक हाई टाइड है और एक लो टाइड है. हाई टाइड से लो टाइड जब वाटर जाएगा तो वी ऑब्टेन द काइनेटिक एनर्जी और जिसके थ्रू टर्बाइंस की ब्लेड जो है वो मूव करेगी. सो इट इज़ कपल्स टू जनरेट द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. Types of tide. Tides are the rise and fall of sea level caused by the combined effect of the gravitational force exerted by the moon and the sun rotation of the earth. Spring tide. When the moon is full or new, the gravitational pull of the moon and suns are combined. At these times, the high tides are very high and the low tides are very low. This is known as spring high tide. Spring tides are especially strong tides. They do not have anything to do with the season spring. They occur when the earth, the sun and the moon are in line. The gravitational force of the moon and the sun both contribute to the tides. Spring tides occur during the full moon and the new moon. Spring tide is shown in figure. This is the figure. सन से जो रेज आ रही है, फुल मून आ रही है, तो टाइड्स किस डायरेक्शन में, न्यू मून है तो टाइड्स की जो डायरेक्शन है वो किधर है. नाउ नीप टाइड. ड्यूरिंग द मून्स क्वार्टर फेज द सन एंड मून वर्क एट हाई right angles causing the bulge to cancel each other. The result is a smaller difference between high and low tides and is known as a neap tide. The neap tides are especially weak tides. They occur when the gravitational forces of the moon and the sun are perpendicular to one another. With respect to the earth, neap tides occurs during quarter moon and neap tides shown in figure. फर्स्ट क्वार्टर है, सन की जो रेज है इस तरीके से, तो दिस इज द नीप टाइड. द टाइडल एनर्जी कन्वर्जन. द जनरेशन ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी यूजिंग tidal power is basically the transformation of the tidal power found in tidal motion of water in seas and ocean into electrical energy. This is done using a very basic idea involving the use of a barrage or a small dam built at the entrance of a bay where tides are known to reach very high levels of variation. This barrage will trap tidal water behind it, creating a difference in water level, which will in turn create potential energy. This potential energy will then be used in creating kinetic energy as door in the barrage are opened. And the water rush from the high level to the lower level. This kinetic energy will be converted into rotational energy that will rotate turbines, giving electrical energy. Figure shows the process in very simple terms: tidal motion, potential energy, kinetic energy, electrical energy, Barrage, opening of barrage doors using turbines. A diagram showing transformation of tidal energy to electrical energy. Now, example of tidal power station worldwide. The most major tidal power station in operated today is 240 The Lawrence Generating Station has been in operation since 1966 and has been a very reliable source of electricity. For France, Lawrence was supposed to be one of many tidal power plants in France until their nuclear program was greatly expanded in the late 1960s. 254 megawatt Shiva Lake tidal power plant in South Korea is the largest tidal power installation in the world. Construction was completed in 2011. The India state of Gujarat is planning to host South Asia first commercial scale tidal power station. The company Atlas Resources plan to install a 50 megawatt tidal power from the Gulf of Kutch on India's west coast with construction starting early in 2018. So these are the example of tidal power station worldwide. Now the final conclusions comes. These are the in renewable energy has the potential to generate significant amount of electricity. रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी में अभी हमने इस वीडियो में जो डिस्कस किया है, जैसे फोटोवोल्टिक सेल हो गया, विंड एनर्जी हो गया, टाइडल एनर्जी हो गया, इसमें अभी ओशन थर्मल एनर्जी भी रह जाता है, मैग्नेटो हाइड्रोडायनेमिक्स भी रह जाता है. सो नेक्स्ट वीडियो में हम ये सारी एनर्जीज को डिस्कस करेंगे. बट इन दिस वीडियो दैट मेन आवर रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी जो सिग्निफिकेंस है, दैट ओवरऑल ओवरव्यू अगर हम देखें तो द नेगेटिव इन्वायरमेंट इम्पैक्ट्स ऑफ रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी आर प्रोबेबली मच स्मॉलर देन दोज ऑफ अदर सोर्सेज ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी हैज़ द पोटेंशियल टू क्रिएट many opportunities at all levels, especially in rural areas. Innovative financing. Second, mainstreaming of renewable is very essential. Energy security, economic growth, and environmental protection are the national energy policies drivers of any country of the world. There is a need to boost the efforts for further development and promotion of renewable energy sources, promoting renewable energy technologies as a way to address concerns about energy securities and economic growth. Specific action included promoting deployment, innovation, and basic research in renewable energy technologies. India's quest for energy security and sustainable development research a great deal on the ability to tap energy from alternate source or the renewable source of energy. इंडिया में जो रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी सोर्सेज हैं in coming days, that it plays a very vital role in all over the world, because in India the positions of the renewable energy is number 4 now. Day after few interval of time, that it may be rise up to first to second position in all over the world in the place of renewable energy in the all over the world. So in this video we discuss only these articles, and in the next video we discuss further about OTAC and geothermal energy. Okay, thank you.